Pakistan have lost their first wicket.
You can mark that wicket down to the previous delivery. Shoaib was onto the back foot prematurely and beaten by a delivery that he should have played forward to. Pakistan 1-4-2, and Shoaib is back in the pavilion with a duck against his name.
The new batsman is Ramiz Raja, experienced player. Oh, beautifully bowled. Outswinger really going here for Graham Daly.
Yes, he's had it going all summer, right throughout the Test series. And that was a great example of the outswinger. Pitched at around about middle and leg, so the batsman had to play. And what a perfect length it was. In fact, it was probably a bit too good as far as Graham Dilley's concerned. Swung far enough to miss the outside edge of the bat.
Philip de Freitas. Well, he's got 4. Outside edge again, but it counts. They all do. And a rueful smile there from Philip de Freitas, just over the top.
That's one of the advantages for a batsman on a bouncy pitch. If you go full tilt at the square cut and you get a bit of an edge, it really does fly.
So Daly comes in to Kazim Omar.
Gladstone Small is the fielder, or would have been the fielder if he'd been 3 or 4 yards quicker. And a break there for Pakistan. They've just broken the shackles with rather a thickish outside edge.
Very well placed. The bat face was opened up there and it got between the gully and the point and was good enough to beat fast flying Gladstone Small into the fence for 4.
And it is to be Ian Botham to come in for the members' end. He'll have the benefit of that easterly breeze coming from his left as he's running up towards the batsman. That will assist his in-swinger. It could be out. It is out. The slash away outside off stump. Chris Broad, the fielder, down at third man. Kazim Omar got away with a couple early on, but it's the second wicket down for Pakistan. England are doing well at the moment.
Kazim getting a little bit frustrated. Heaved at a big square cut, caught the top edge. Chris Broad, who's had a magnificent summer, running in from third man, accepts a straightforward chest-high catch. So Kazim, what's he made? 200 again? No, it's only 21. Port Broad bowled Botham, and Pakistan 2 for 36.
Sharvid Miandad. Very fine limited overs cricketer and a magnificent test player as well.
Oh, that's well played. Smashed away in front of square, down to the boundary for 4. Ramiz there showing some real power on the back foot.
Bad delivery. It should have been put away at slow medium pace. Ramiz did just that, hitting it well forward of the square leg umpire, timed it to perfection, and he's a very handy player, Ramiz. He's got the strokes, he's been playing second fiddle at the moment, but has the ability to score quickly. This is a vital partnership for Pakistan, with England just slightly on top after 16 overs due to some excellent bowling, but plenty of depth in the Pakistan lineup. They bat right down to number 10.
That's well played, straight down the ground. Beautiful straight drive by Ramiz, and that one running down to the boundary. Well, this was a classical straight drive. Any youngsters sitting in the lounge room watching this, have a look at this for a straight drive. No real force, just beautiful timing and a lovely straight bat.
Botham keeping the ball up, coming in from off to leg, and he hit that just wide of the on the onside. Beautifully timed. 50 runs off 116 balls faced.
2-4-58. That's in the air, he's got him, beautifully caught, lovely catch there by Athey at mid-wicket. Ramiz is out, caught, diving to his left was Athey, and what a great breakthrough that was for England. They keep taking these wickets at vital times.
And Botham Enticing the batsman to drive, not quite there. And Bill Athey, who's had a superb series in the field, in that position at mid-wicket, does a great job for England. Pakistan on the ropes. 3 for 58. Ramiz out for 22 in the 21st over.
Asif Mushtaba, the new batsman for Pakistan. He's only played in 6 one-day internationals, so he'd be pretty tense out there. This is a big one for him. He's a small man, a left-hander. He's got the chest protection on under that Pakistani shirt of his, and nice big thigh pad. He'll have a little glance around the ground. No slips for him, that's interesting. Both of them on his way now to the little youngster. Oh, he's glided that one away down towards third man. The fieldsman down there coming around quickly, but he won't cut it off. Well, that's a good start for little Asif Mushtaba. Yes, he scored that 59 or 56 balls last time round, and so he's no monkey with a bat.
No, when he does this on purpose, he opens the face, just let it run along through the slip cord, and taking away the slip for the first time in this match. Both of them who struck again, his 2 wickets.
Should be out. David Gower under it. And a simple catch for him. Ian Botham gets his 3rd wicket, all from catches.
And an unnecessary rush of blood there by Mujtaba. Wild swing, and the ball goes to David Gower. Point, and that's the simplest of catches. And Botham gets his 3rd wicket. And young Mujtaba literally throwing away his wicket after settling into his innings. 7 of 18 deliveries. Port Gower bowled Botham. Trying to play him over mid-wicket, and ended up at point. So what looked a good partnership between Miadad and Mujtaba broken, and England once again appear to be in control. And big responsibility on the captain and the vice-captain who's with him at the other end, Javed Miadad.
It is to be Mike Gatting. Well, there you go. Might have taken none for 24 from 7 the other day, but he's pulled a tactic here that might win this B&H Challenge final for England. He's picked up the wicket of the Pakistan skipper Imran Khan.
And a superb catch. Standing up, medium pacer, the top edge, I think. And Jack Richards took a clean and valuable catch for England. And everything going right for Mike Gatting. When you're in form, there's no stopping you. Gatting out for 5 for 89.
Manzoor Elahi is the new batsman. I think when we look at the replay of that, Bill, we'll see just what a great catch it was. Jack Richards is in marvellous form.
Yes, plenty of bounce. Top edge, taken on the up. Superb piece of wicket keeping. There it goes through the vacant slip cord, and that's 4. Richards standing up. May have not been fine enough to go to the wicketkeeper standing back. Brings up the 100 for Pakistan.
Gatting's got an unusual field setting out there for a man of his pace. He has his 3rd man very square, and he has his fine leg very square. A little nick on the offside, as we just saw a moment ago, will go for 4. He doesn't want to bowl anything round about leg stump to either of these fellas. It'll cost him another boundary.
And John Embry.
That's a nice shot. Javed Miandad is a splendid one-day cricketer, a great improviser. The bowler can never be comfortable with Javed batting. Now, the other day, in the match between England and Pakistan, Embry had 62 taken from his overs, and Javed was one of the men who did it.
going to be Gladstone Small to take up the attack. Man out there, Gatting. Too slow. Now, if that had been Alan Lamb, he'd have swallowed that. Like getting a roly-poly, slow mover. Obviously not a good outfielder by that attempt.
He's normally close in to the wicket. He's a good close catcher. But he couldn't make ground there. It's not as though there's any sort of shifty surface out there.
The run rate up to 3.24 after 37 overs. And John Embry, his 5 overs have cost 22. And he does just that. That's 4.
That's the sort of stroke play Imran Khan was talking about with this right-hander. Gladstone Small, the bowler.
It's in the air, and he's gone. What a good catch. Right-handed by Gower, going away to his right. That's his weaker arm, and no trouble taking that one. What a happy Gladstone Small, and what another very important wicket that is for England.
A nice little partnership here between Manzoor and Javed ended by a smart piece of fielding by David Gower. Normally would be fielding in the outfield, but because his shoulder is sore, he can't throw too far. He threw his arm out far enough to pull that one back in. So Manzoor Ilahi out for 20. Caught Gower bowled Small, and Pakistan now collapsing somewhat to 6 for 127.
Salim Yusuf is the new batsman. He's played in 22 one-day internationals. He's joining Javed Miandad, and this is going to be a pretty tense time for him too. Pakistan in trouble. Gladstone Small, the bowler, and that's in the air too, and he's gone. First ball out, caught him in wicket. Well, he's on an hat-trick. Golathi moving around to his right, accepted the simplest of catches, and England now really on top.
Salim Yusuf in and out. So Pakistan reeling now. All sorts of trouble. 7 for 127.
Well, he would be pretty disappointed, making his way off the ground, having scored a duck. What a way to go. First ball caught by Athi of Small. That one seemed to bounce a little bit more, and because he wasn't used to the pitch, it was his first ball, he simply scooped it up in the air. 7 for 127. And so the England players gather, and they'd be very happy. Gatting won the toss earlier today and decided that he would ask the Pakistanis to bat. A little bit of moisture in the surface, and the fast bowlers certainly have extracted a bit of bounce and placed England in a magnificent position. So Gladstone Small on a hat-trick. This is his last ball of the over, and it wasn't to be.
Great over by Gladstone Small. Finding the wicket to Manzoor, and then Salim. And this is Manzoor attempting to hit on the rise. David Gower at cover, throwing out his right hand. And he's a brilliant fielder, David Gower. If he gets a hand to it, he usually catches it. And very next ball was Salim, who got one that bounced. He tried to turn it around on the leg side. Finished up hitting it in a splice of the bat and ballooning up to give Bill Athi his second catch, and a very simple one it was.
Mudassar Nazar is the new batsman. John Embry the bowler. Well, that's in the air, and he's gone too. That ball bounces, and in comes Gower. Well, what a collapse. That looked to me as if it hit the top edge. I think it was probably the shoulder of the bat. Went straight up in the air, and Gower, who was fielding at short extra cover, came trotting in and made the catch.
Well, I don't know what we've done, Tony, but we're sure doing a good job for England here. That's hit right on the shoulder of the bat, and Gow, another very simple catch. So that's 3 wickets in about 5 balls now. Madassa's on his way for naught also, and Pakistan incredibly now 8 for 128.
Wasim Akram is the new batsman. He's quite experienced. And he's also, of course, a left-hander, so a few adjustments to the field. Gladstone Small.
Oh, well taken. Beautifully caught at first slip. Both of them doesn't let many opportunities go. No, it's not. It's Gatting. Gatting at first slip, diving away to his right there, getting 2 hands to that one. It seemed to be in the air a long time. And that's the end of the left-handed Wasim.
Mike Gatting going into first slip, realises he's got the Pakistanis on the run, and that's a low catch coming forward. Never easy to do that at first slip. And Gladstone Small, what a spell of bowling this has been. Wasim Akram getting the edge, so he's dismissed for 2. And now Pakistan 9 for 131 in the 41st over.
9 for 131, and Pakistan in all sorts of trouble. Thanks to some good bowling by Small, 3 for 28. Both of them took 3 for 29. But let's have another look at this catch by Gatting.
Outside edge, and Gatting coming forward. That's a very, very good catch. He was off balance to start with, realised the ball was going to drop forward, threw out his right hand, then managed to get his left hand to it. And isn't he delighted? As well he might be. You can see that 20,000 Australian dollars coming his team's way.
Oh, he's hit that one down the ground towards mid-wicket. A couple of bounces into the fence, and Javed Miandad all on his own, trying to create something out of this nasty position that Pakistan find themselves in.
He's a very fine player, Javed. That's his 50. And it's been a great display of concentration. Good hitting when required. Deft touch. Placement all around the ground. And off 88 balls, when there's been wickets falling all around him, it's been a wonderful performance by Javed. Graham Dilley to continue from the Swan River end.
Down the wicket comes Javed again, and he blasts that one straight down the ground.
Well, there's the drive. Where's your 9-iron, Javed? Beautiful straight drive. And what a player this man is. Under enormous pressure here. He's come down the wicket, hit it in the air, but timed it beautifully, giving mid-off no chance whatsoever.
Philip de Freitas to continue. Javed's got that through mid-wicket, both of them giving chase. He won't get it. Beautifully played. De Freitas just a fraction short. It was a pull shot that sort of throw his head back, but got it right off the meat of the bat. Plenty of bottom hand and a good result.
Well, that's the second time he's gone in that vicinity, but the first time it was up to him and he hit it down through mid-wicket. This time de Freitas, very conscious, I'm sure, of not carrying the ball right up to Javed, made the mistake of shortening, and like a flash through mid-wicket.
There's a big hit. Gatting's chasing, hits the fence on the full, doesn't quite make 6. Beautifully placed.
Well, just as I was saying that didn't really involve big hitting, Javed comes down and lifts de Freitas over the top. He knows he can do it. The mid-off is in, and Gatting having to run back the ball, crashing into the advertising signboards, not being able to clear the boundary, and counting for 4. And that's a big hit.
And it's going to be John Embry who's been left to last, because Gatting was hoping they would bowl out Pakistan at the 42nd over. It hasn't been the case. So Javed on strike to John Embry. This time he gets it. That's a straight hit. There's a man down there. He's coming around Dilley. Jaffa a bit slow turning. This is going to be very close, but he's home. Well, this good crowd giving Javed Miandad generous applause for this fighting hand. As Tony Crazy has already said, it's one of the great innings, a different type of innings. Fast delivery. He hits it. He gets at least one. Billy the coverer down at mid-off. So 2 runs, a very good partnership between Jaffa and Javed Miandad. And Javed Miandad not out 77. A great innings, a standing ovation, a great performance by England.
Tremendous innings by Javed Miandad. That's one of the finest you'll ever see in this type of cricket, in any type of cricket.
Well, that may not seem many runs Pakistan have on the board there, but at least they've given their bowlers a chance. Before, when the total on that card was 9 for 131, I reckon they had no chance at all, although everyone will tell you that anything can happen in this game. But now they've got it up to 166 for the loss of 9 wickets in the full 50 overs, and very sensible cricket it was to get it there. They do have a chance. 35 was the last wicket partnership between Javed Miandad and Salim Jaffa. And the statistics of that partnership, the 54 balls bowled, and Javed Miandad farmed the strike to the extent that he faced 49 of them, and Jaffa had to face only 5. Disaster at the top of the batting order for Pakistan, with Shoaib having faced only 2 balls, and they never really recovered from that. There was no great authority about the batting at any stage until Javed Miandad took over. Mansoor Elahi, with his 20, was the best of the middle order, but Javed Miandad was quite magnificent. 77 not out in that total of 9 for 166, and the bowling figures very, very impressive. I thought Dilly bowled extremely well. Those figures don't show in any way the worth of his bowling. He had his outswinger going beautifully. As was pointed out earlier, that breeze, the easterly breeze, is a little unusual here, but it does help the bowlers coming in from the river end. Botham, again, the 3rd time he's bowled in very, very fine fashion in these limited overs matches. 3 for 29 in 10 overs, and Gladstone Small 3 for 28. Embury and Gatting bowled out the 10 overs between them, taking 2 wickets. So England need to make 167 now at a rate of 3.34 per over. I've seen lots of these limited overs matches where small totals can provide a real hurdle for the side batting second. Your commentators are Ian Chappell and Rodney Marsh.
Thanks, Rich. And just short of the keeper, or did it carry? Certainly the Pakis think it's carried, and Bill Athey is walking. So Imran has got the first breakthrough.
A little inside edge from Bill Athey there. Imran working up a good head of steam. A little inside edge, and well taken by Salim. So a very important breakthrough. This pair have opened very well for England in all these matches so far, apart from the one against the West Indies. So England now 1 for 1, chasing 167.
David Gow comes in at number 3, as he has done right throughout this Benson and Hedges challenge.
Imran getting that ball just to move marginally back from outside off stump, and not a very convincing shot by Bill Athey. Just a tiny inside edge, and the wicketkeeper did the rest.
Certainly was a good effort by the keeper to come forward and take that catch. I wasn't quite sure for a moment whether it had carried, but he did extremely well in coming forward to grab it. And Gow starts with a lofted shot over square leg, which will bring him a boundary.
No prize for guessing who the crowd is supporting here today. That ball just on David Gow's legs and just picked it up, hit down breeze with the southwesterly wind, and had no trouble at all getting to the boundary.
Wasim Akram. Shouts of catch it there, which Salim Yusuf has done, and he's now been given out. Almost at the pleading of the bowler. An amazing decision. Chris Broad can't believe it. He's really not in any hurry to leave at all.
Well, I think he gave himself out, Broad. I think that's what the umpire thought. He did take a step or two towards the pavilion, and that is a very strange dismissal. He walked away from the wicket as if he was going to, well, in the opinion of the umpire, as if he was going to walk towards the pavilion, and he's been given out. Now, he doesn't like that, I'm sure about that. He can't really believe what's happened, but he's taken it pretty well in the end. I mean, a man of lesser character might be throwing his head back or whatever.
Chris Broad has been given out after a long time by umpire Dick French.
Well, Chris Broad hardly played a shot at that. A big shout. Wasim Akram was saying, why isn't it out? He's obviously been now given out. Big smile on Dick French's face, because I think he thought Chris Broad was walking. Have a look at that from another angle. The bat is, well, not very close, in my opinion. The gloves aren't very close. And let's see what Broad does. Well, I'll let you make up your own mind about that one. Now he's walking out towards where the players come from. Now look at Chris Broad. Oh no, he says. My goodness gracious me, how could I be given out when I didn't play a shot at and didn't have the bat or my hands anywhere near it? It's hit me on the hip.
Alan Lamb, in his 55th one-day international, comes into a WACA ground that is really buzzing.
But Salim Jaffa is to bowl from the members' end to David Gower.
Beautifully played. Right into the gap between Asif and Imran. And a second boundary there for David Gower.
Classical cover drive by David Gower. A sight that we've become used to in Australia. And a sight that crowds all over the world have become used to. Beautiful, fluent shot maker in form.
Deliberate cut shot over the top for four. Got under it, lifted it deliberately. There's a gully there, and I'm sure that David Gower realized that if he had got on top of it, might well have been fielded by the gully. Plays that shot well.
Yes, he hit that very square. Had it gone fine, there's a man at third man, but it was nicely placed.
And with the score at 2 for 45 and things beginning to get somewhat desperate for the Pakistanis, back comes their captain, Imran Khan. Switching ends, he started bowling into the breeze, and he's now gone to the river end of the ground with the quite strong wind behind him. Very nearly chopped that onto his stumps, but he'll get 2 runs for it.
Yes, well, wouldn't that have been a good start for him? It couldn't have been too far away from being dragged back onto the stumps. Imran a little upset that they got 2, but have a look at this. Ball bounces a little bit and went so close to the off stump as it rolled away down towards fine leg. Well, this is the sort of thing that Imran creates, just that little bit of panic. He's had so much experience in one-day cricket too, and loves bowling with the old ball.
Gone straight to Shoaib, and he doesn't drop them. So Imran Khan has come on, and captain has got David Gower caught at cover, and that's an important wicket.
Oh, this is a vital wicket. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Pakistan. A very loose shot there from David Gower. He went to hit it on the offside, hit it straight in the air. And Shoaib, who's a magnificent little fieldsman, made no mistake. And have a look at the smile on that face. Well, they realised that they had to get rid of Gower and get rid of him quickly if they had a chance of winning. They've done just that, and England are now 3 for 47.
So the England captain, Mike Gatting, comes in at an important stage of his team's innings. They are 3 for 47. This is the 14th over. His rival captain is on. He's just got the wicket of David Gower in the first over of a new spell. It's all set up for Bill Lawry.
Thank you, Tony Cozier. Getting on strike. Getting beaten, neck and crop by Imran.
What a delivery, captain to captain, and the Pakistani coming out on top this time with a glorious delivery, line and length, and attempting to put that ball into the cover region. A little bit slow with his footwork there.
Glorious on drive.
Beautiful shot from Alan Lamb. Imran just over pitching, and the timing here was quite superb. Just a flick of the wrist, and that ball has sped to the boundary. Glorious on drive, that.
Odessa continues.
It's down to third man. It's going to be a long chase, and it's 4. And these runs very useful, and I'm sure every run lifts the pressure off the England batsman.
Don't think Imran Khan will be overjoyed about that effort of Qasim Omar's. There have been other players today who have hurled themselves full length. Death or glory it's been. Salim Jaffer.
Gatting to face him. And plays a beautiful shot. That's going to be a possible 4. And it is.
Very, very strong square of the wicket. It's the ball that comes into Mike Gatting that has him in trouble just occasionally.
England 69 to win, 24.4 overs remaining. The required run rate 2.76. 4 runs.
Not enough desperation there in the last over. Asif Najaba should have dived for one and didn't, and the dive for the man out of mid-off there was, well, I wouldn't class it as desperate. More of a lurch than a dive. And in fact, the ball went underneath him.
Just short of mid-wicket. Azim is at mid-wicket, and I think he might have lost that one in the sun.
Yes, well, things not going for the Pakistanis here. This is a short delivery. Lamb tries to pull it. It comes off the splice of the bat. It was in the air for a little while. Qasim was a little slow moving to it, and he didn't get there. But it was onto Lamb a little quicker than perhaps he anticipated. And it just landed in front of the fieldsman.
England undefeated in international matches in this Australian summer. And they look like maintaining that record with just 41 runs to score at a rate of 2.27 for victory in this match. That's a fine shot. Straight into the gap and through to the boundary.
Yes, that's a lovely shot by Gatting. The ball coming onto the bat beautifully. He was onto the front foot and all in one movement on the up, playing it through the gap at extra cover. As we've said before, the outfield here is very fast, and the fieldsman there didn't really bother to chase it because it would have been to no avail. It's quite a long boundary, but very fast.
Beautifully hit. One bounce into the fence.
Yes, that was a lovely shot. The ball was dead straight. And Gatting decided that because there's a big vacant area down the ground at long on, to whack it over the top, and he timed it beautifully. That's the Prindiville stand in the background, a big crowd in that stand, and a lovely shot from Mike Gatting. And it's now 31 runs required to win, so it really is quite straightforward. They've got to score 1.82 per over, and they've got 7 wickets in hand, so I should think that England are stone cold certainties for the trophy.
Taken there by the keeper, Yusuf. He gets his 3rd catch in the innings. It's all a little bit too late, but Wasim Akram has picked up his 2nd wicket.
Yes, Alan Lamb hit the cover of this one. It was just outside off stump. He went for the cut, perhaps a little close to be doing that, and have a look at that deflection. Nicely taken too. And so that'll bring a smile to a Pakistani face or two, although I don't think at this stage it's going to make that much difference. But Alan Lamb on his way back now. He played very well. 47 runs in 79 balls. Caught behind off the bowling of Akram. And England now 4 for 136. Well, England's hero. And both of them striding out to the middle to the roar of the England contingent underneath the side screen. Yes, listen to that big nick and big deflection. So Lamb out, and Botham is at the crease.
High in the air, fine leg, just short of him. Madassa. So a bit of misfortune in this over for Wasim Akram. An extremely good over it was. England 4 for 139.
Let's have another look at this hook shot. That ball dug in short. Both of them went for it. He was very lucky to get away with that one. He's obviously got a top edge to it. May have even been a bit of glove in that, and it didn't quite carry down to the man at fine leg.
Holding for satisfaction for Wasim Akram. Mike Gatting bowled for 49. And at least Pakistan are getting some consolation. 5 for 145.
It looked to be pretty straight to me. It was just that Gatting was playing across it. But the glorious uncertainty comes out again. Not many runs to play with, I'm afraid. They needed wickets early on. Now Imran will have to come back. It's 5 for 145.
So Jack Richards comes in, and England have lost 5 wickets for 145. Their captain, Mike Gatting, who played a very fine innings for 49, just out, bowled by Wasim Akram.
He launched himself at it, but kept it pretty much down. The placement was perfect.
Lovely orthodox shot by Botham. He's got such power. And we've seen some lovely driving today. David Gower producing some superb drives, and then Mike Gatting with a few through mid-off and extra cover, and now Botham.
Just 4 away from the target needed. 9 for 166 Pakistan. Javed Miandad was the one who held them together. An excellent innings of 77 not out.
Couldn't wait any longer. Botham goes down and finishes the match and the championship with a typical Botham shot. England have won. England are the Benson & Hedges Challenge Trophy winners, beating